Okay, hello. Ang lecture natin ngayon tungkol sa cognitive psychology. Pag-uusapan natin yung topic of attention. Iko-connect natin sa spirituality. So, how attention strengthens spirituality? The main question na gusto nating sagutin, how to have better spirituality using attention. Unahin muna nating pag-aralan yung word na attention. According to Sternberg, this is the way attention is defined. This is when you process a limited amount of information from a large amount of information. Ibig sabihin may pinipili ka lang iproseso at may pinipili ka rin na hindi iproseso. Kaya yung isang popular word for attention is the word focus. So maraming information in the world, pag mamimili ka ng certain amount of info lang, yung iisipin mo, yung ilalagay mo sa mind mo, nakafocus ka doon sa information na yon. So, lahat ng bagay na walang kinalaman doon sa information na pinili mong i-process, hindi mo papansinin. Okay, kaya another word for attention is the word focus. You focus on one thing while you ignore the other things. As you can see on the slide, you fill your mind with one thing, you shield it from other things not related to those things that you are focused on. One example of this, para maliwanag, is yung pag nagre-review ka ng notebook mo, nakafocus ka sa mga laman ng notebook mo. So, lahat ng mga nakasulat na words in your notebook, yun yung laman ng mind mo. Lahat ng bagay na walang kinalaman sa notebook mo, yung maingay mong kapitbahay, yung nagkakaraoke sa labas, yung mga maiingay na jeepney, hindi mo pinapansin. Which means nakafocus ka doon sa notes na nire-review mo. So, in that situation that I just described, that person is using his or her attention or focus on reviewing the notes. So, yan ang ibig sabihin ng attention according to Sternberg 2003. And let me just emphasize na ang attention is a very important psychological skill. I want to emphasize on the word skill. Sa Tagalog, ibig sabihin kakayanan. Ang attention, hindi siya inborn. You are born with more of it or less of it. Dahil skill siya, kakayanan, pwede kang mag-practice na pataasin yan. Pwede ka ring mag-practice, believe it or not, na mababa ang attention mo. But of course, in psychology, the general idea is, it is better kapag mas magaling ka to pay attention. Because studies show that the more or the better you, or the better you are in paying attention to something, mas maraming magagandang nangyayari in our psychological life. Like for example, pag magaling kang mag-pay attention, studies show, gumaganda yung school performance mo, gumaganda yung work performance mo, you have better relationships, at ito pinakamahalaga, it is very related to having good mental health. So ang mga tao na wala sa focus, mababa ang attention, sari-saring mga mental health issues ang nararanasan. One good example, and I think the most obvious, would be ADHD. Ano ba ang pinaka-essence ng ADHD? Kulang sila sa focus. That's why, kapag hindi ka magaling or sobrang mababa yung ability mo to pay attention, most likely nasa DSM-5 ka. Because again, having high levels of attention is a good thing. Having low levels of it, hindi ka magaling sa pag-pay attention, it's a bad thing. In the field of psychology, it's a risk factor. And even the Bible agrees. If you read the different passages in the Bible, mapapansin mo na nire-reinforce ng Biblia na dapat ang tao maganda ang pag-pay ng attention. Sinasabi yan sa Proverbs, let your eyes look straight ahead. Hindi ka raw pwede tumingin sa left, hindi dapat tumingin sa right, straight ahead. Dapat meron kang focus sa buhay. That's one characteristic of a person who live wisely. Meron kang focus sa buhay. In the book of James, sa New Testament, anong sinabi? Hindi pwedeng double-minded person ka. Meaning, wala kang focus. Lahat na lang pinapansin mo. Dapat yung focus ng mind mo, isa lang. So those passages reinforce the idea na maganda talaga na dapat focus ka. Magaling kang mag-pay attention. To summarize this, ang magandang example dito yung naging story ni David. Bakit ba si David nagkasala sa Diyos? Ano bang naging cause? Bakit niya niligawan si Bathsheba? Because he lost his focus. Dapat nakafocus lang siya sa pagiging king. Dapat nakafocus lang siya sa gera. Dapat nakafocus lang siya in serving God. But that night, habang naglalakad-lakad siya sa terrace niya, he lost focus. Meron pa siyang ibang pinansin other than the things that he needs to be paying attention to. Kaya ang naging consequence kay David, when he lost focus through Bathsheba, ano nangyari? Hindi naging maganda yung mga outcomes in his life. Basahin nyo na lang ano yung mga negative things na nangyari sa kanya because of his sin with Bathsheba. Okay? Basta ang idea lang dito is the Bible reinforces the idea na maganda, na dapat magaling tayong mag-focus, magaling tayong mag-pay attention, which is very in line with researches in paying attention. The better you are in paying attention, mas gumaganda yung ating psychological life. We enjoy these things. Okay? So, yan yung ibig sabihin ng attention. Now, your ability to pay attention in the literature is so important because it affects different aspects of your psychological system. Wala na lang tayong enough time to discuss all this, no? But, daanan lang natin, according to studies, the better you are in paying attention, malaki pa lang epekto niyan sa iyong intellect, personality, relationships, and of course, our focus for today is on spirituality. So, hindi na natin magagawa ng matinding discussion yung intellect, personality, and relationships. Gagawa na lang natin ng ibang lecture yan. Focus lang tayo in this lecture how our attention can influence our level of spirituality. And speaking of spirituality, i-define natin yan. According to the APA, a person's spirituality refers to his or her concern for God and a sensitivity to religious experience. So, ang spirituality ng tao, it's the degree to how much you think about God. At ang spirituality, if you read the literature, nasusukat din yan in psychology. Marami tayong mga instruments dyan to measure how high or how low your spirituality is. And studies show, lalong-lalo na in positive psychology, mas maganda na mataas ang level of spirituality mo. Okay? The closer you are to God, mas intimate ka with a deity, the higher spirituality. In the Bible, ang papasok sa definition na yan, mataas ang spirituality would be David and Job. Talagang close na close sila kay God. They can say what they want to say to God. They open up their hearts to God kasi nga mataas ang level of their spirituality. How close you are to God refers to spirituality. So going back to this slide, you would like your spirituality to be high. Kasi if you read the literature on spirituality, ang mga taong matataas ang spirituality, magaganda ang mga nangyayari in their psychological life. Specifically, the following. Kapag mataas ang spirituality mo, you have lower stress, better relationships, lesser psychological disorders, you have better peace of mind, you have better health, and you perform better in the workplace. Lahat yan nangyayari as in meron siyang causal relationship with high levels of spirituality. Kaya, if you understand what I'm saying here, no, ang implication nito is, if you want to have a better psychological life, one of the things you want to happen is, you increase your spirituality. Kasi kapag pinapataas mo yan, marami magagandang nangyayari in your psychological life. So yan ngayon ang tanong. Paano natin mapapataas ang spirituality natin, especially using our attention? Kasi nga yan yung lecture natin ngayon, how attention can enhance the level of our spirituality. So let me demonstrate how does attention increase our spirituality. So gagamitin natin tong framework na to. Yung spirituality mo, nakadepende yan sa kung ano yung mga bagay na pinagtutuunan mo ng pansin, kung saan ka nakafocus. So kung gusto mong pataasin yung spirituality mo, mag-focus ka sa mga bagay na may kinalaman sa spiritual matters. As you can see on the framework. So you pay attention to spiritual matters. For those of you who are asking, what does it mean to pay attention to something? Ang sagot, itong dalawang words na to. You continuously think about, you continuously talk about. Lagi mong iniisip, lagi yung pinag-uusapan. So, para pataasin mo yung spirituality mo, ilagay mo yung attention mo sa mga bagay na pang-spiritual. Think about it, talk about it. Like what? Ano yung mga bagay na dapat mong isipin? At lagi mong dapat sinasabi, mga bagay na tungkol sa, ayan. As you can see here, God. God's faithfulness. Afterlife. The Bible. Hymns. You listen to hymns. You listen to preachings about God's Word. You think about the idea of salvation. Hindi ko lang nalagay dyan, isama mo na rin yung God's grace. So the more you think about this, the more you talk about this, what does that mean? You are paying attention to these things. Yan ang magpapataas ng spirituality mo. There's no other way. If you want to increase your spirituality, you have to fill your mind. You have to pay attention to spiritual things. Kaya naalala ko dito yung sinasabi ni Paul in 2 Corinthians. So we fix our eyes not on what is unseen. I want to focus on the word fix. What does it mean to fix your eyes? Ibig sabihin, you pay attention. So babalikan natin yung framework natin. When you fix your eyes on what is unseen, ano ba yung mga bagay na unseen na yan? Ito yon yung sinasabi ko. Karamihan talaga ito. Wala naman tong direct visual stimulus, no? These are in the forms of ideas. The more you focus on these ideas, the more you fix your eyes on these ideas, ano nangyayari? Tumataas ang spirituality. Kaya pala instruction ni Paul yon. Now we know. Why does Paul want us to fix our eyes on what is unseen? Why do you think Paul wants us to focus on what is eternal? Because the things that are eternal, the things that are unseen, yan yung mga magiging maganda para sa mga mental health natin. Through increasing our level of spirituality. Kaya isa na namang lesson yan, no? When the Bible teaches us to do something, merong psychological reason yan. So at least in this passage, what's the psychological reason for this? Para tumaas yung spirituality natin. Now, in contrast, para mas maintindihan nyo, no? Ano naman nagpapababa sa spirituality? If paying attention to unseen things, if paying attention to spiritual matters increases spirituality, ang nagpapababa sa spirituality kapag nakafocus ka naman sa mga worldly things. So ganun din, when you pay attention to worldly matters, meaning you think about these things, you talk about these things, lalagpak ang spirituality mo. Such as what? Ayan, nakasulat dyan. Money, pleasure, power, fame, possessions, status. These are the things that the world loves. These are the things that the world teaches us to run after. So the more, ito yung nilalagay mo sa attention mo, ito yung lagi mong iniisip, ito yung laging topic ng mga sinasabi mo, ang epekto niyan, lumalagpak ang spirituality mo, which is not good for our mental health. Kaya naalala ko yung sinabi ni Kristo dito in Matthew 6. Kaya pala, sabi niya, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth. Bakit? Kasi killjoy siya? Hindi. The reason why Jesus does not want us to store up treasures on earth, because in so doing, in the process of storing up treasures on earth, yung attention natin napupunta sa worldly things. Diba? That's what you do when you hoard things of the world. Automatic yan. Ito yung lagi mong iisipin to do that successfully. And the more you think about these things, lumalagpak yung spirituality natin. That's why Jesus was trying to prevent us from experiencing that. So when you follow this, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth. You are preventing yourself from paying too much attention on these things. Kaya naalala ko rin yung sinabi ni Kristo naman sa Mark. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and loses his own soul? Yan ang ngayong epekto. Kapag matigas ang ulo mo, you store up for yourselves treasures of the world. You always think about worldly things. Anong consequence? You lose your soul. Yan yung ibig sabihin ng lose his own soul dito. Bumababa yung level of spirituality mo. Lumalayo ka from the presence of God, which is not good for our mental health. Kasi ang Diyos, siya ang source ng mga psychological resources natin. So the more you are far away from God, because you are paying too much attention on what is ungodly, you lose your soul. Lumalagpak ang spirituality, which leads to poor mental health. Kaya marami mga tao ngayon depressed. This is one of the most obvious explanation why many people today suffer from depression, because many people nowadays are materialistic. Yung attention nila punong-puno ng mga worldly things. And we have data for that. Ang mga tao na matataas ang level of materialism, which by the way we can measure through psychological test, sila yung mga taong very prone to depression. So, laging laman ng utak nila itong mga bagay na to. Balikan natin, yan. Yan lagi iniisip. Kasi yan yung tinuro ng mundo at naniwala sila. So in the process of running after these things, they lose their souls. What happens? Boom, they suffer from depression. You see? So I hope at this point you realize how important it is to mind where our attention is going. Kung ano yung lagi nating iniisip, kung ano yung lagi nating pinag-uusapan. Now, one last case in point para maintindihan nyo how important attention is in increasing our spirituality for those of you who experience attending church camps. Very common to sa mga students. Diba? Usually, it happens during summer. Yung church mag-organize ng camp, pupunta sa malayo, and then focus on God in those 3 to 4 days. Usually, ang mga camps, 3 to 4 days yan. Now, common comments ng mga tao na umattend ng mga church camps na to is they felt much closer to God. They felt intimate with God in those 3 to 4 days. Feel ko si God doon sa church camp. Marami naka-experience niyan. 'Di ba? Ang tanong bakit? I-connect natin to sa topic natin for today. Why did you feel closer to God? Why did you sense God while you were in the church camp? Kasi when you were in the church camp, yung program nung camp, meron silang direct control of what you pay attention to. Kasi may rules and regulations dun eh. Kontrolado nila yung time mo, kontrolado ng mga organizers yung mga bagay na dapat mo lang isipin. And in those church camps, pag umattend ko sa mga yan lang lagi yung mga iisipin nyo for the next 3 to 4 days. Pagising mo pa lang sa umaga, it's all about God. May prayer na. Okay? You think about God, you talk about God's faithfulness, afterlife, mag-small group kayo, makikinig kayo kay pastor, may film showing kayo about God, meron kayong small group discussion, so on and so forth. Araw-araw nangyayari yan for the next 3 to 4 days. Ito ang laman ng attention ninyo. Anong sabi natin? The more you pay attention to these things that are unseen, things about the spiritual world, ano nangyayari? Tumataas ang spirituality. Kaya maraming tao kapag nasa church camp, they feel closer to God. They sense the presence of God. Sense na sense mo na ang Diyos kasama mo. Why? Because ito yung laman ng attention mo. Diba? So, ang nangyayari, kapag araw-araw, lagi mong iniisip yan, i-zoom in natin yan, ano nagiging consequence yan na maganda, tumataas ang spirituality. Ulitin natin, the more you pay attention to those things, spiritual matters, sumasabay dyan yung pagtaas ng spirituality. Now you sense God. Now you become more intimate with God. In contrast, pagbaba mo ngayon ng Manila, halimbawa, galing ka sa Baguio, doon ginawa yung church camp, ano ngayon nangyayari? Baliktad na naman. Babalik ka na naman sa old ways mo wherein you pay attention to worldly matters. Kasi wala nang structure yung oras mo eh. Manonood ka na naman ng TV, magsasurf ka na naman ng internet, sasama ka na naman sa mga ungodly friends mo, so what happens? Iba na naman laman ng attention mo. So ano ngayon ang mangyayari? Yung closeness mo kay God, yung intimacy mo kay God, bababa. From high spirituality, it becomes low spirituality. Because the more you pay attention to these things, anong epekto? Lalagpak yung spirituality mo. You see? Yun yung contrast nun. Kaya, yung mga tao, when they remember the church camp, maalala nila, that was the time they felt really close to God. Pagbaba nila ng church camp, wala na namang control yung attention nila. Worldly matters na naman, they feel God is far away from them. Kaya ang isang implication dito, hindi ko na lang nagawa ng slide is, ang presence ng Diyos, hindi nakadepende yan sa geographical location. Huwag niyong isipin na ang Diyos nasa Baguio at ang Diyos wala sa Manila because God is everywhere. He is omnipresent. Whether or not you will sense God, whether or not you will sustain your intimacy with God, depends on how you pay your attention. Choice mo naman yan eh. 'Di ba? Kung ito yung laman ng attention mo, tataas ang spirituality mo. Pero kung ito laman ng attention mo, bababa ang spirituality mo. Sino ba nagko-control kung saan mo ilalagay yung attention mo? Ikaw rin. So, it's your choice. It's really your choice if you want to sense the presence of God or not. Okay? So, wag natin pagbintangan na ang Diyos nagtatago. Minsan, or most of the time, tayo ang may kasalanan. Bakit parang nasa-sense natin that God is far away from us? And the number one reason is, we are not paying attention to His presence. How? By paying attention about worldly things. Applications. Number 1. Kung gusto natin gumanda yung psychological life natin, we need to pay attention to spiritual matters. Again, ulitin ko, kontrolado natin yan. It is our choice where we pay attention to. Okay? So, papataasin natin yung spirituality natin. Marami magandang mangyayari sa atin, pero bago mangyari yan, dapat may control tayo ng attention natin. We talk about spiritual matters. That's how you do it. How do you increase your spirituality, which will improve your life? Talk about spiritual matters. Kaya naalala ko na naman yung instructions ni Paul sa mga taga-Ephesians o taga-Ephesus. In the book of Ephesians, ano yung dapat gawin para masustain yung level of spirituality? The yellow words. Be filled with the Spirit. Speaking about what? Psalms, hymns, songs from the Spirit. Sing and make music from your heart to the Lord, giving thanks to God. Those activities will require you to pay attention, to fill your mind with spiritual matters. The more you do this, the more you sustain your spirituality. Still in connection to number 1, idagdag ko na lang din, no? In connection to paying attention to spiritual matters, para mangyari to, mas maganda rin kung meron kang kasamang ginagawa yan. Samahan mo na rin ng social influence. Kapag may mga tao kang kakilala na willing gawin yan with you, mas maganda. Mas ma-reinforce ka, mas ma-encourage ka to pay more attention to spiritual matters. Kasi kung lagi mong mga kasama, yung mga taong mahal ng mundo, yung mga lagi mong kasama, hindi ito yung iniisip, rather about worldly things, wala rin. Minsan kahit gusto mo maging spiritual, hindi ka nagiging spiritual because you are part of a wrong crowd. So magandang application din dito, hanap ka ng isang tao sa buhay mo na meron ding willingness to think about spiritual matters. And this is where church enters the picture. So if you are with a community of believers in a church, madali yan. Kasi lahat kayo interesado to talk about spiritual matters which will sustain all your spirituality. So dapat social activity rin yung paggawa sa number 1. Okay, number 2, in closing, we need to pay less or no attention kung pwede to worldly matters. Ito yung opposite application of number 1. We pay attention to spiritual matters, pero dapat gagawa rin tayo ng effort to pay less attention or ideally no attention to worldly matters. Kasi nga, ito yung mga ideas na nagpapababa ng spirituality. Money, pleasure, power, fame, possession, status, all of the things that the world taught us to love. Kaya dapat nating tanggapin, para magawa natin yung number 2 na mahirap gawin yan. Hindi ko sinasabing madali. Because ever since we are born in this sinful world, ito na yung naging conditioning sa atin ng kultura natin na dapat nating isipin. Kapag hindi mo to iniisip, something's wrong with you. Yan ang tinuturo ng culture. And we don't like that. We don't like the idea that something's wrong with us. So what do we rather do? Susundin na lang natin yung dictates ng culture. Ito na lang iisipin natin. But in so doing, it destroys our spirituality. Kaya ako nilagay yung word dito na counter conditioning. Kapag susundin mo yung number 2, you are going against the flow. You will be unlearning how not to think about these things. Diba? Naalala ko na naman from the book of Ephesians. Ano yung mga bagay na tinuturo ng kultura na normal lang. Dapat daw, yan ang lagi nating iniisip. Things about what? Sexual immorality, impurity, greed, obscenity, foolish talk, coarse joking. Our culture teaches us na normal yan. Dapat, eto ang isipin mo. If you don't think about this, something's wrong with you. Weirdo ka. Kaya dapat handa tayo to apply number 2. We need to be prepared to counter-condition ourselves not to be like this. Now I understand yung 1 John, yung sinabi ng 1 John, do not love the world. What does it mean by not loving the world? It means you pay less attention to the things about the world. That's what you do if you don't love someone, di ba? Hindi mo masyadong iniisip. Yung attention mo wala masyado sa kanya kasi nga hindi mo siya mahal. So, i-apply mo yung hindi mo mahal yung mundo. What does that mean? Kung hindi mo masyadong mahal yung mundo, kung susundin mo to, hindi mo mahal ang mundo, it means you pay less attention, almost no attention to these things. Yan yung ibig sabihin ng do not love the world. pay less attention to this to increase your spirituality para mas maganda ang mental health natin. Alright? So sana, natulungan ko kayong sagutin yung question na yan, how to have better spirituality using attention. It's all about where you put your attention to. The more you put your attention to spiritual matters, mas gumaganda ang spirituality, mas gumaganda yung overall mental health natin. So if you have any questions, comments, or some other examples about the things I've said, ilagay nyo lang dyan sa comment section. Sir Howard here. Hanggang sa susunod na lecture, God bless everyone. Bye-bye.